unboxing is The Most Perfect Persimmon by Chung. And it is published by Astra Young Readers, an imprint of Astra books for young readers. And it's so cute, isn't it? So, a lot of people might know persimmon as a fruit. But I don't know if everyone knows there's two kinds of persimmons. There's the hachia, which is more, it's almost like shaped like an acorn. It's like longer. It's still round, but it's longer. And you eat that when it's super soft, like it's mushy. Because if you eat it when it's firm, it's very bitter. And I think it actually might be slightly poisonous. And so a hachia persimmon is typically used like to cook with. Like you can make like a cake with it, or like a desserts. You can freeze it and you can make sorbet with it. And then there is the fuyu persimmon. So the fuyu looks completely different. It's kind of squat and smaller, but it's definitely like, it's flatter, it's not long. And that one is more like an apple in that you want to eat it firm. You want to peel it and it's crisp, and you eat it when it's firm, it's very sweet. And that one you don't cook with as much. I mean, I like the fuyu persimmon because I like to eat them raw. But there's also it looks like here, the persimmon when it gets dried. Now, a dried persimmon is like, my husband who's Korean said he remembered his grandmother drying persimmons. That is considered a labor of love, especially if I think you can dry it a couple of ways. I think the really soft ones, you dry them whole and you tie them up on a string, almost like garlic. And in order to get it dry, because they're kind of big and mushy, you literally have to massage it. It's almost like Kobe, it's almost like Kobe beef. It's like this very high maintenance process to get it into this perfect dried form. But when you do, it's a very expensive treat. And then another way to dry the persimmon, which I think is probably more for the fuyu way, also a little time intensive. You peel it like in a continuous spiral. So it's like this, you deconstruct the persimmon until it's like this very long spiral, and then you hang it up and you dry it. Both of it is labor and time intensive, but the dried persimmon is, in either form, is kind of like an expensive item to buy at the Asian grocery store because it is so labor intensive, and it is this treat. And then when you have dried persimmons, either because you dried it yourself or you purchased it, then there's different treats that you can make from it. Like you can make persimmon punch, or you can make like a tea from it, or so there's specific uses that are traditional or part of what would be like a special meal that utilizes it. So anyway, this story looks like it's about persimmons, Juhong. So maybe in Chinese? I'm not quite sure what country. But Juhong can't wait to see Grandma. And so Juhong is going to help harvest the persimmons. And I think, here, these look like fuyu. And part of the harvest process is probably also how to preserve them. So dry them. And it's not so easy. It's not like making a raisin, Or like for me, I was growing, oh, what was it? It's tiny fruit. Oh, my mind is blanking. But anyway, and it ended up being very easy to dry, and it wasn't so good when it was fresh. These it's kind of like a kind of berry that was very bitter. But anyway, I just think the illustrations are so charming, aren't they? And for anyone who doesn't know about persimmons, this is a nice way to learn about it. And if you do already know, like to eat persimmons, it's just, you get more information about a fruit. And, I feel like it's always good to try new things. So if you have never had a persimmon, this would be a great way to read about persimmons and then to try them. Persimmon season, now it's actually persimmon season. It's kind of like apple season. So there, you can get them now more easily. And then when they're gone, they're gone. You know, you have to wait until next year. So anyway, thank you to Astra Books, Astra Young Readers, for sending me the most perfect persimmon. And thank you for watching.